Welcome to Logical Operators in Python. These tools allow your code to make intelligent decisions. By combining multiple conditions into a single statement, you can control the flow of your program based on whether the final result evaluates to true or false. Think of a bouncer at a club using a checklist to decide if a guest can enter. The bouncer checks if you are over 18 and have a valid ID. If either requirement fails, you don't get in. Logical operators function exactly like that checklist for your code. The AND operator is strict. It only returns true if both the condition on the left and the condition on the right are true. If either one is false, the entire expression results in false. It's perfect for ensuring multiple criteria are satisfied simultaneously. Let's see it in action. We define an age of 20 and set has_id to true. By using age is greater than 18 and has_id, Python evaluates both. Since 20 is greater than 18 and our ID status is true, the final output is true. Next, we have the OR operator. Think of this as having multiple ways to qualify for something. It returns true if at least one of the conditions is met. Even if the first condition is false, as long as the second one is true, the whole expression becomes true. In this snippet, we check if someone is either a regular member or a VIP. Because is_VIP is set to true, the OR operator confirms the result is true, regardless of the fact that is_member is false. It only returns false if both sides are false. The NOT operator is our final primary logical operator. It is an unary operator, meaning it only needs one value. It simply acts as an inverter. It turns true into false and false into true. It is perfect for checking if a condition is not currently met. Here, is_closed is true, so not is_closed outputs false. You can also apply it to expressions inside parentheses. Since 10 is not greater than 20, the expression 10 is greater than 20 is false. Applying not to that result flips it to true. As your programs grow, you will often need to chain these together. You can combine multiple AND, OR, and NOT operators to create sophisticated logic. Always use parentheses to group your conditions explicitly. It keeps your code readable and ensures the logic executes exactly in the order you intended. Python uses short-circuiting to save processing time. For an AND operation, if the first condition is false, Python doesn't even look at the second one because the result is already determined. This is great for efficiency. Just make sure your most resource-heavy checks come last in your expression. Here is a quick tip. Resist the urge to write double negatives like not. While it technically works to flip a value back, it makes your code incredibly confusing for others, or even for you in a few months. Always strive for the most direct, positive way to state your logic. A common mistake beginners make is using the ampersand bitwise and or pipe bitwise or symbols for logical comparisons. These are actually bitwise operators, meant for binary math at the hardware level. For standard decision-making, always stick to the keywords and or to avoid unexpected math errors. Let's test your knowledge. What is the result of the expression 5 is greater than 3 and 2 is less than 1? Think about the rule for AND. Both sides must be true for the whole thing to be true. Since the second part is false, the answer is B, false. To wrap up, use AND when every condition must be met, or when you have a few valid options, and not whenever you need to flip a Boolean value. Master these three, and you'll have full control over decision-making flow in your Python programs. See you in the next lesson.